We have another KBG LAN 3on3 tournament game from the group stage, and this one is going to be Team Visual, which consists of Gizmo, Insane and Outlaw, and 3 Amigos, which is Fantasy, H2O and Mini. These two teams played each other on Gold Rush and Adler Nest. Enjoy the game. One more player to ready up. Gizmo. Here we go. Here we go. It's going to be 3 Amigos against Visual. And we do have the Amigos defending first here on Gold Rush. What can they do? How can they hold the force that is Visual? It does look like Gizmo's going to be the engineer off the start, so I'll try and pick him up. And I can't pick him up. There we go. Don't have to skip too much in 3on3. Slow start from the LA team. They're not going to go on towards sides. Get there too early. Shooting coming in. H2O is going to be able to get fragged and make that 2. So this team is going to be able to slow it down on that first push. Insane making his way in. Destroys Mini though. Doesn't take much damage. Gets shot in the back a little bit. Headshot comes out. Doesn't get that gib in. But respawns back in to join his team. That was unfortunate with the no gib. He put a lot of damage into that body. But he's not going to be able to get that gib in. Mini with a nice little lean here. He's going to get himself some early information. H2O is getting some frags in on that main area. He's doing the bulk of his team's damage at the moment. Yeah, the attacking team, sorry, was just timing their push on the respawn. Want to opt to try and get people full. As H2O is just everywhere. Seems to be anyone really doing anything for his team at the moment. No one else really been called into action. He's taking a bit of damage. Short spawn. Respawning axis will come in. Let's pick up some allies. They made it into corner. No rifle to deal with, no issue with that. And they're going to get shot in the sides. It feels like I've got my headphones on backwards. I actually do. Yeah, I had my headphones on backwards. I was like, he's at back. No, he's at me. Push coming inside, and they are going to be able to pick up 2 frags. Just Fantasy alive. They are going to roll him over, and they are going to be able to build up that tank. No problem at all. Headphones, not even gonna think about. I'm not gonna talk about it. Double grenade on the respawn from Outlaw, and it's just on H2O, who's an engineer. I don't think he's gonna be able to get this barrier in because, well, he's not got enough charge. He has made a lot of steps. Coming up against Insane, does get the frag, but I think it was 1 bullet from Outlaw finished him off. Really nice from Outlaw. That double grenade on the respawn, and that's just gonna hold on to this stage. We'll see some nades on the spawn from Insane. He's going to go up and make that CP. Try and find Outlaw again. He's on the spawn. Distracting at the very least. Short spawn for him. Nice grenade! Not going to happen. Not going to happen. But the tank has been moved past the barrier. So no barrier build for the Axis team. They need to get the damage in. They're very slow. They're very defensive here. Mini's waiting for that revive, but no one's anywhere near. They just didn't have any information on that. And they will damage the tank, it looks like. Nope. Tank's going to go all the way. Not going to stop. Not going to slow down. No damage. And we are on the last stage. And they are on the MG as well. Mini was surprised by that. As the plant goes down on the barrier.
Protect the gold.
That's going aggressive on a short spawn, and they are going to be able to take down Outlaw. That double team takedown on the full spawn. And someone is in the bank. I don't think they realise. Maybe he shouldn't take the objective just yet. Here's Gizmo. He's going to be able to take down H2O for a 15-second spawn. He's going to move in towards Mini. Easy frag for Mini. The doorway frags are always sweet. You kind of love it. A bigger doorway this time, not as easy. Insane's going to get his hands on the objective. And he will start running out main. And this is a bit more of an enjoyable game to cast. Got Fantasy here at first arch. Kind of caught out. And he's going to get taken down. Gizmo on the bridge. Maybe there wasn't great communication of the positioning there. Shots are going to come out. I think that was a reload. Mid-shot. Where's H2O? He thinks he's still in bank. But Insane's long gone. And he's got the objective in the back of the truck. And the truck is going to roll on. And this is going to be a really quick time here. We could be looking at a 5-minute time on Gold Rush. And I believe this is Amigos map choice if they're defending first. Truck has rolled past the barrier. Artillery at first actually could take down Insane. It has. And they need to get on that truck. As it is Gizmo just to hold things off. Needs to just dive it on it. Get it moving. H2O. One tapped. Easy frag from Outlaw. Picks up 2-3 kills on that spawn. 4 kills. And the truck is going to get away. Insane's just going to slide him down with that grenade. I'm going to pick up Outlaw. Where is he hiding? He's at second, I think. He's actually in bank. And Gizmo and Outlaw are just going to clean things up. I think there's one more player alive somewhere. H2O. No? Fantasy, sorry. No? All dead. So that's, like I said, that's going to be a 5.5 minute push. And it looked pretty decent for the AMIGOS team on that first defense. They were holding it off. H2O was getting in quite a lot of frags, but not many questions were being asked, to be honest. Visual slow start, but then once they got it going, Outlaw's been just raging. He's got quite a lot of frags. There we go, 11 frags. Look at the frag distribution. Mini and Fantasy just were, or Mini especially, just not even. I mean, that's pretty harsh though. 900 damage nearly for one frag. So he was hitting some shots, but just wasn't being able to finishing it off. They got heavily outfragged, heavily outdamaged, just outfragged. And that is a 5 minutes 23 second time on Gold Rush, which is going to be very hard to reply to. AMIGOS really need to just have like that perfect attack. They need to pick up tank almost like very first push. So who have we got as the engineer for the allies? It looks like it's Mini. No, they haven't got an engineer. So okay, it's Fantasy. There we go. We'll pick up the engineer on. It happens every time. Pick up Fantasy on the first spawn. See what he's going to do. Just in case he goes in for that early build. Dodges a grenade. They have some information, making some noise out here on main. Insane's going to be able to take him down. And it does look like Mini and Fantasy are going to stick together most of the time. And H2O is just going to round him around. Yep, he's gibbed. Made in the spawn. Nice try from Mini. I'm going to get taken down. Double frag comes out from Outlaw. He's going to go aggressive on side as well. I'm going to stick with this guy. Lucky. I'm aware of that potential though. He's going to get dropped. Double frag from Insane though. And as much as I get the idea, you've got H2O who's going to have the freedom to get damage in as a medic. And then you've got the medic reviving the engineer. You still need them to stick together a little bit. Insane gets a frag in there. And it looked like he was lagging. It is me, guys. Because I'm connecting to the server from my own home. And I've got 150 ping to jump for some reason. Pretty much always do. Germany, great internet. Great routing. So here comes the push through main. Stick with Fantasy as the engineer. It's got a medic as support behind him. Made in towards him. He's going to get taken out. I think he got insta-gibbed. Don't see a body anywhere. And the push through main. And it's going to be a 3-man kill for Gizmo. And already, this looks like the first map tied up for the Visual team. Visual, of course, very strong 3-on-3 team. Did they win the last 3-on-3 event? I can't remember. I think they did. I think they did win the last 3-on-3 event. They came top 2, top 3 at the last 2 3-on-3 events, that's for sure. Nice double headshot from Insane. Almost a pre-shoot. He knew it was coming, timed it perfectly. Push is going to come through main now, and it's going to be Gizmo to just push over the revive. Gets a lot of damage in towards Mini. And they should shut him down. Double frag again comes in for Insane. Am I going to be casting Cubs? By the looks of things, yes. Because they won their game against... they won their game, so they've got a good potential to qualify. So I could be casting them. I have to look at the bracket. I have to look at the groups. Build is going to come in on the tank. Fantasy manages to get that in. 2 minutes 20 on the clock. I don't think this is doable. But AMIGOS at least can go into the second map with a little bit of confidence. It's never nice to get held at tank, regardless of how long the map is. Even if you only have to attack for 5 minutes, getting held there for the entire time is pretty horrible. They're on the MG, insane.
They are only 2 minutes.
And we do have Outlaw here risking full. He's going to back off. Insane at the barrier. And it's going to be Gizmo to build that up. That's just for the sake of it. May as well. MG fire from Mini does take a lot of shots. And the barrier is going to get built up. Gizmo's just been on it for like 20 seconds. He's just like, yeah, I definitely want this barrier. And he wants to frag. You die in the tank, you gived in the tank. It's been pretty solid from Visual. Their attack mainly was the big thing. Their first stage defense was pretty solid, but they got broken down in the end. Amigos just managed to put a bit more time on the clock. Nice shooting from Insane, that 180. He's going to have some players to deal with here. This could be a 2-man kill. He has taken them by surprise. They were mid-jump. He has taken down one. The Mini was quick onto that. Get his engineer up. See how much more of the map they can get before the time expires. They're going to get that plant down. Mini's going to protect his engineer. Nice revive play. Going to be able to take down Outlaw, who's just been on fire. I think all of the Visual players have been playing well so far. They've all been getting in big frags.
Dynamite diffused.
I think Outlaw had his moments. I think Insane and Gizmo are a bit slow to get going in the first half. Insane on this defense has been hitting some shots. Strike out from Gizmo. I don't think it's going to do much. I'm more picking a team kill than anything. It's going to be Gizmo to finish off that frag. He threw the grenade. I don't think he even saw Fantasy there, but when you throw a grenade and it gets damaged, you just know there's someone there because you get XP. This is facts. ET facts. So we look at the scores, as I said. First half Outlaw was big, but then the comeback from Gizmo and Insane equaled things up. 10k damage to 8k, 59 frags to 33. Only H2O really was performing. Even then, he got out damaged, out fragged by the opposing team. I think they need to just stick together a bit more. They're gonna go for Adler Nest, and I'm surprised we're not seeing an RCW map rolled out here because of course H2O, Mini, and Fantasy have played a little bit of RCW. So the ready ups come in, and it will be Visual to defend. If they of course get a full hold here, it will be GG already. But full holds on Adler Nest are very, very rare. H2O off the bat. He's going to go engineer this time. And then quite a bit of damage. He's not going to be able to finish off any of those kills. Long range headshots don't really do too much damage compared to the closer ranged ones. He's going to rely on the medic work of Mini here. He gets in a couple of revives. Maybe H2O pushing in. H2O has been dropped 3 times and picked up 3 times. Nice work by the medics. And he's going to be able to drop that dynamite down and going to be able to plant it. Nice frag from Fantasy comes out just to slow the Axis push down. Insane is an engineer, and he is going to try and push in for this. Nade at the front of the dynamite. It's going to be able to stop it, but the kill out came in from H2O. Kills on the respawn as well. Outlaw picks up 2 frags, and H2O is going to be able to come down, drop down. I heard the reload on this side. Would make sense. He's actually going to come in through main. Try his best to get as much damage as possible. That's the respawn back in. Let's put someone on the defense now. We have Outlaw push forwards. See some players. Come in his position away a little bit. Does take down 1. Brilliant stuff from Outlaw. Takes down 2. And it's going to be Insane to clean things up. Oh, look at this! Look at this aggressive play. Trying to get exact spawn time. It was useful. Coming in this main door. Insane in position, getting a bit of damage in. Revives needs to be on point. They're a bit slow on the uptake. H2O dies out by himself. Mini's going to be able to pick up 3 kills actually on this stage. I don't know if the revives were big. 4 frags for Mini, and the plant will go down. And Axis are respawning back in. Oh, they're going to try and go for that defuse. Fantasy taking a lot of damage. Decides to kill out. And they know, well, if they didn't already, they push, they're against 2, and they're out for full, and they can get quite an easy defuse here. Very nice defensive play from the allies, I like it. You have to stay back. Nice frag comes in from Fantasy, really important. Luger frag's going to come out in the end for Insane, and the engineer is on the defuse. Has he got the time? 5 seconds for Gizmo, and that is going to be another defuse. That is going to be hard to deal with for the Amigos. Nice headshots there. Revives will come in. I think that was an insta-gib, Outlaw. Nice gib work, engineer. If you take an engineer down, can't really go wrong in gibbing it on this first stage. So watching Gizmo here, gets dropped. 4 second spawn. If he gets this frag, oh, that would have been brutal. Because there would have been no revives for the engineer, and the Axe would have had a lot of freedom to move down. But 3 players for the allied team alive. Don't know where the engineer is. Engineer on this left hand side, or in the centre. Starts moving across, wants to get that plant down. It's got the medic support, this is nice work. Nade's going to come in. No nade's going to come in. They got an engineer, nice headshots. They have an engineer. They don't, do they? No. Yes they do. It is going to be Gizmo. Oh, he killed out on full. He could have gone for the defuse, and he killed out on full. Fortunately, that's not going to cost them too much, because they are going to respawn him back before any allies can really do anything. We'll stick with Outlaw here, because the door's about to open, and he's going to have a couple of allies to deal with. Nice grenade. Does take down the medic at the back, and he does take down 2 more 3 kills for Outlaw. Clears out this side push. Makes it look a bit too easy, and he's got loads of ammo now. That allows Gizmo to just spawn back in. It's the reprieve. Outlaw's still in position. He's only got 1 to deal with this time. That was the easy frag. As he's got the push coming towards CP. Medic support. Unlucky from Outlaw. Does a bit of damage towards Mini. Where's the remaining player? It is Gizmo. I like this. I like this position. Kind of unfamiliar position that allies have to deal with here. And I don't think he's going to be able to get the build. They have! I'm surprised. Insane was in position as well. And they have managed to build CP. And the respawn will be coming into the allies fairly soon. Insane has to get away. 15 second spawn. Nade on towards the bridge. Outlaw in position to just slow things down. And the push will come. Nice headshots from Outlaw. Picks up a lot of damage. And I think he's... No, he's not. He's not full. Oh, okay. For some reason I thought it bounced off the window. Nice W star. But no, he breaks it, goes through. Push comes into the room, Fantasy gets dropped, Gizmo getting a double frag, pit push from the Amigos coming in. And they're just getting ripped to pieces. Gizmo's just going full aggro. Interesting nades. I think I've got a little bit of damage. Oh, needs to be careful there. Bit of damage towards his teammate Outlaw. Got Fantasy's only on a pistol. Nice headshot on the window guy. Or maybe he had the wrong gun out by mistake. That's going to be 2 fulls. Pretty sure H2O is by himself. There's a lot of footsteps. Yeah, manages to get 1 kill. The kill out comes from Outlaw. But he's going to have to risk full here. He's going to kill out. Oh, he's actually going to get taken down, but he's going to respawn back in. And we're 4 minutes away from a full hold here on Adoness. Not a regular occurrence, like I've already said. But this we'll get the schedule back on track. At least for a couple of teams. Track's going each team's way. Insane still in position at the objective. Fantasy was caught with a nade out. Push coming across the bridge now. But H2O has to deal with 2 or 3 players, and it's not going to happen for him. Mini picks up 2, actually. That could have been it. He just needed to hit the shots on Outlaw, and he would have had the objective and pretty much been clean. A clean run home. Sometimes it's good to just wait and spawn for 2 seconds. If you're getting naded constantly like Fantasy is, just wait and spawn for 2 seconds. Because they've got your number on the respawn timing. And you're being a bit predictable with your running. Where did H2O go? He killed out. He's taking his time now, very, very patient. Doesn't matter, he's going to get absolutely destroyed. Outlaw hitting the headshot straight off the bat. And Insane's going aggressive towards the bridge. As H2O is going to get a bit of damage in again. I think they're going in the wrong order. Push coming into this lower area. This is their good chance. This is a big chance for Amigos. H2O has to hit these shots. He gets the objective. Where's Outlaw? Oh, he's in 2 mines.
Yes. Bye.
There was a smiley face there. Lots of laughing. I think that was because of the in 2 mines. H2O is going to be able to make it away. They've got a chance to set a time. They have to set a time here on Adelaide to have any chance of winning this game. If they don't, well, that's it. So H2O pushes through. He is going to get a bit of damage onto a second player. I think he killed out in time. But I think Visual are down to 2 players. Need to be careful. Outlaw is going to be backing up his Gizmo, his teammate, very soon. And here he comes. Oh, Outlaw to save the day for his team. And he's not even going to secure the real BM. And that's it. Unless they can push through and get it this time. H2O's got the objective in his hands. They can't really delay too much. I'm going to stick with H2O. He didn't even try and get his packs out, I don't think, the medic who was running. They're getting kind of overwhelmed by the situation. LAN can be a pretty new experience for a lot of people. And you're coming up against Visual, who are pretty much LAN vets at this point. This is like their 3rd, 4th LAN as a team. Okay, that was interesting. Obviously, the second the door opens, it becomes something that doesn't block. It's just how it works. Nice shooting there. Nice crossfire. Outlaw was struggling a little bit at first.
Objective taken.
This is it. This is the last chance. Who's got the objective? It is H2O. And he's going to get taken down. Fantasy is going to push in the low area, and that is going to be the full hold. Full hold on Adder Nest. That's going to be hard. Let's see how the frags went. 24 frags for Outlaw, 24 for Insane. 4.3k damage going Outlaw's way. Across to the other team, big frags coming out from Mini for his team, and the damage going the way of H2O, but they nearly got double fragged. Quite heavily out damaged. We'll see what the attack is like. And these Amigos are getting spanked. Ozo, I know. I had hopes. And it started okay. It started okay. So we're going to kick things off on the attack of the Visual guys. I'll try and watch the engineer.
Dynamite the glory control.
It's going to be Gizmo.
Command post.
I thought a teammate was an enemy there. Taking a lot of damage. Gets dropped. Nice shooting. Lots of damage coming out from Gizmo. He might be able to catch Mini out full. Decides to kill out to respawning with his team. Probably the safer option. They've got loads of time. They don't have to risk too heavily. Let's pick up someone on defense. Fantasy on this right hand side. He's going to get quite a bit of damage and a kill. They know his position now. He needs to be careful. He's going to push forward with a Luger. Gets taken down. H2O pushed forward, gets the gibbon. I think H2O was full there. Yes, full. And Mini, oh, that was important from Mini. He needed to get that frag in because they were very weakened. And that was the engineer. So he's done a really good job. No plant coming down from the allied team, and Axis are going to be able to recover a little bit. Maybe even try and attempt to go for that defuse. Fantasy playing ultra defensive just because because H2O got killed out for spawn, he had to just hold that ladder basically. Couldn't risk them pushing through the spawn. Outlaw's going to push forwards. Insane. Get some long range shooting off. And a couple of the allied team just out of pace with the rest of the team. You need to stick together. If there's a revive happening on the ramp, you can't push too heavy. Insane's going to try and get through the spawn. Oh, I tried to go free cam and he killed out instantly. That's great.
Objective destroyed. Construct the command post.
They should be able to make it towards CP. I don't think they're going to come head to head with any Axis. Maybe just on the bridge. Outlaw's going to cut that off. Nice work from Outlaw. Just makes it so they don't even have the opportunity to take down Gizmo. And they're going to respawn at CP. Should be at full strength. Outlaw's going to spawn in low. I'll stick with this. He's had Fantasy's number all game. Fantasy's really struggled. Every duel we're seeing Outlaw come up against Fantasy is just taking him down instantly. They're going to be able to pick up that objective as well. Mini and H2O dropped by Insane and Gizmo. And here comes the transmitter defense. Have they got field ups? They have. So they're in it for the long haul. 7 minutes and 30 seconds. They have to be. Mini's going to get surprised by the ramp push. Fantasy gets one frag. Finally takes down Outlaw. Gets that second as well. Insane dropped. It was a weakened push as I think Gizmo had the objective for a little while. A lot of people like to hold this tight angle that H2O is, and it's over. And that's going to be it's going to be a 4-0 victory. They need to get that objective and they need to just bring it home, but I don't see the Axis getting here in time. Maybe they do, maybe they do. No, Insane's going to skip home, and that is going to be a very fast time. Of 3 minutes 15 seconds. Looking at the scores, 32 frags for Insane, 30 frags for Outlaw, 5.6k damage for Outlaw. Across the other team, 16 frags for Mini, 4.7k damage for H2O. So that will be a 4-0 victory. Looking at the time, we are sort of back on schedule.